I'm thinking of getting another one of these two lights in addition to the new, by the way, Sansi clip-on. Yeah, something's gotta give down here. Are you seeing this right now? This is why I bought the disco planter. Welcome to She Has Plants. In today's video, we're going to be rearranging my plant shelf and talking about some new styling items that I've purchased and some new lights. I just received dual head clip light from Sansi, and they have also provided a coupon code AL32, which gets you 32% site-wide. I recommend it because I've had this for a couple of weeks and I've already seen a difference in my Opuntia Braziliensis. It's no secret that Sansi is pretty well known in the plant community, so when they emailed me, I was like, yeah. And even though spring and summer are coming along, there are little discounts and things that don't come by when it's winter time and you're actually desperate for the lighting. So now is a good time to start looking at gardening bits and bobs. I purchased a bunch of things from Houseplant that I want to share with you guys, and another set of strip lights from Canadian Tire from the Noma brand, just because I wanted it to be consistent with what I already had on the shelf. So we have a lot to do. They are 800 lumens. I already have them up here. They look like that, but the lighting isn't really nice when I have that on in the back. They've worked for me, so I figured why not? I just don't really know exactly how I want to lay out my shelf. Like, the shelves are actually adjustable, which is so nice, contrary to other very popular IKEA alternatives. This is a discontinued shelf, unfortunately, though. You may be able to get your hands on it still, but I'm not sure, because at the last time I mentioned it in the summertime, it was being discontinued. I got this terracotta pot. It's sort of artisanal looking. It says it's made in Portugal, and it's actually painted, so the inside is proper terracotta colored, but I don't know, I was drawn to the texture of this. The thing is, at first I wasn't sure about it. I thought, oh, maybe this isn't gonna match with my decor, but my impulse to purchase it was right on the ball, because I do really like the way it combines with other pots in my collection. This was $9.99. More beautiful handcrafted Portuguese pottery, guys. This was at Winners for $12.99, and I don't think that you can, I mean, I can't tell in the viewfinder, but this is a very deep blue and it's a bulbous type pot. This looks so good with any dark foliage plants. I could see my begonia Fanny Moser in here looking fantastic. Was toying around with it last night, and I put in the burgundy rubber tree in this, and it looks so cute, so cute. There's no drainage in this, but it's just a cash po. It's fine. Next, I had been looking for risers. I only have this kind of obnoxious bright green one that I'm not super keen on, but I'm using it because it is what I have. I always keep my eye out to see if I find a nice one. $16.99. The weight limit on here is 50 pounds. Plant stand is not water resistant. Okay, so we will not water in place unless it is a cash pot without a drainage hole. I'm a wild fern fan, and I really wasn't expecting to come across the exact same bowl that she used for her pingdom, for her pinguiculas, her carnivorous plants. And carnivorous plants are something I'm really interested in venturing into, but I'm a little bit scared because it's early days. I'm only going into my second year of being into plants, you could say, but when I saw the bowl and the price, and it was only $6.99, and it's really adorable. I wish they had other colors, but they did not. I would have gone for like a kind of seafoam green teal-ish vibe, but that's okay. I have a lot of pink pottery just sprinkled around, so this will tie in very nicely with that. And in the meantime, before I actually create my own pingdom, I could use this to corral plants. When I say I was stoked to see this, I was stoked. I was so excited with this last find. This is a cloche. I found a cloche for $19.99 at this size. Like, the Pinguicula bowl fits in here. That's how big this thing is. I can't, you know, plant directly into it like my other cloche that I got for Christmas from my boyfriend's parents, God bless them. But with this, I can put a potted plant inside and it just makes a really nice, I find it makes a nice statement on the shelf, and it's nice for quarantining plants as well, and for maintaining humidity levels. Sorry, I had to move again because the lighting changed. I also passed by Pepiniere Locas last weekend and I picked up some cocoa amendments. I don't actually really experiment with my amendments too much, apart from adding in orchid bark, wood chips, or perlite. So it'll be interesting for me to start dabbling in that a little bit. I'm not into like the horticultural charcoal and all the fancy expensive stuff because I'm just doing this for fun, you know. I also picked up the most adorable planter. They had these in a few different colors, but I picked up the little pink, and they had different sizes as well. But yeah, this was $6.99. As you guys know, I really enjoy remixing my pottery. I don't mind having my equipment here. I'm trying to figure out what to do with that little shelf here. We are doing a little bit of a pre-shuffle before tomorrow, before I install the new lights. We'll just see how that goes. I'll check in with you. Good morning. So this is the rearrangement that I came up with last night. We're going to proceed with putting a strip of lights here. I'm debating. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do I put the shelf one up to have these plants be a little bit closer, or do I leave it at this distance? I don't know why everything's looking kind of blue toned. Give me a second. There we go. That's more like true lighting. Sorry. Here, let me show you again with the true lighting. I'm not re-recording that bit. We've got the Paraíso Verde in the new pot. I love this combination. I think it's so cute. We have the Sansi lights pointing down at the cacti, and yeah, I love it because I don't get pricked, and I'm also able to access the drawers on the bottom without having to move the cacti all the time. Chivriana. Inside the cloche, I have a Cressy Petiolata and a cutting of my jewel orchid, and then we have the rattlesnake calathea. There's a couple of stems popping out in there. Okay. Up here we have Hoya compacta. We have it in a cloche because it's brand spanking new and just don't want to risk pests as much. Hoya linearis, which is a little bit bald on top but has a lot of stuff to work with. If you can see, we've got string of hearts, which I've cut down to make propagations, and would you look at that? It's already blooming again. Like, this thing just doesn't stop for me, and it's growing little new adorable tiny growth. We've got Hoya Crimson Queen. Love this plant so much. The newest growth is a little bit wonky up here, but these other leaves were like my big favorite new leaves that came in. I really love it on the circular trellis. I'd love to get it to go around, but we'll just have to see. Alocasia bronzifolia has seen better days. I just had to chop that stem. Like, the whole leaf died off. Like, all of the leaves died off. It did its alocasia thing, which is why I'm not super keen on alocasia, honestly. So we'll just see if I can revive that, and if I can't, so what? So be it. Hoya Hushkiliana, and I love this pot combination, even though it shows a little bit here. Not the end of the world. Very cute. And then my burrito's tail. It's not, I don't know about this plant. I feel like it's not getting enough light, but I don't know. We'll just see. We'll just see. With the spring and summer coming, we have some golden pothos and mican props up here. For those that don't know, I've been on YouTube for 15 years now, and I used to be a cosmetics blogger, especially in the earlier like 2010s from different years that I received MAC and PR. We've got Terry Mugler, 100 Years of Alien. It's just a book with all of the perfume flasks, and I just thought it was a pretty book. And then we have The Healing Magic of Forest Bathing, which is a book I received when I did some, when I received some PR from, who was it? Laneige. Yes, Laneige. I put the bowl up there. I just think it looks so pretty. Down on the last level, I have that mirrored tray, and I just put all of my props. So I've got the props of my Thanksgiving cactus, the props of my Linearis and Croniana and Curtisii. We've got props of the Hoya Princess, the reverted leaves that I cut off in one of my shorts. If you're curious of the results of that chop, it went super well. It is putting out a lot of new growth, so I'm super stoked about that. More philodendron micans props down here. Not sure where I'm going to keep those, but for now it's fine. Like, they receive some light. Echeveria, which I think is receiving some indirect light from this grow lamp, and then also obviously window light. Being that this is a north facing window, it all receives much more light in the later afternoon. So I mean, listen, I'm just working with what I have. This is what the command strips look like. It's basically like sticky Velcro, and it has kept my previous lights on, so I think it's safe to say I should be good. I want to just show you the specs, but if you are curious about anything, please check the description box. I have a lot of links there for you. All right, we're in business. Gonna wipe this down. This is the bottom side, and I gotta stick on 3 command strips. Okay, I did it. It's not perfectly done, which I'm kind of ashamed of, but honestly, you can't really tell. It's so minuscule. And oh, I forgot. You press down the commands and you leave it for 1 hour. So I need to find something else to do while I wait. I split up my Kalanchoe because I saw some mealybugs on it, and I was like, nope, 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 not today, Satan. Monstera just lives here, gets light from northwest facing window. It's backlit, sorry. This is the plant situation. Full aware this isn't ideal. I have like a spare bed frame back here that I need to declutter at some point, but just not today. Hanging some clothes. I do my laundry in here. I hope it adds to the humidity, but we'll see. I stuck the rack here because honestly I was tired of seeing it in front of the window, and I don't really need to access anything that's in this closet because it's kind of just used for storage. So I figured I would just chuck this in, and just for now I'm using it for organizational purposes. I have my other spare clip light. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with that light right now. Then, of course, I have my beautiful orchid, and I've got my beautiful tiger little propagation thingy-majig in here. These props are for someone at work, and oh my goodness, I love this right now. So I repurposed this little shelf finally for what it is intended for. I've got my propagations down here that desperately need to be cleaned, but at least here they're more accessible. I have some perlite props of philodendron micans because honestly I took it out of the soil. It was not doing too hot. Pilia, it needs new soil because it's pale and it looks nutrient deficient. Then we have baby rubber and my beautiful asparagus fern. So far I'm using the Portuguese planter with a little plant stand for a prop. It doesn't actually fit, but I just stuck it inside so it gets some light. This is actually the spot in the apartment that gets the most natural light. It just got so dark because it seems like it's about to rain, but moment of truth, you guys. Yee! Ah, I love it. 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 Okay, let's turn this on for a second. I have these kitchen magnet clip hanger things. They're actually from Dollarama. Let me just show you. So it's a clip and it's got a magnet, and the edges of this are actually metal, so I'm using that for cable management. So sometimes I used to use like zip ties in here. I don't need that anymore. Let's get it in here. All right, slide it down. Listen, it's not perfect, but it does the job. It keeps the majority of it under wraps. I love it. I love it so much. It's perfect. Yep. I'm here for it. There are so many plants, but it looks less cluttered. Oh, yes, baby. One thing I really do want to get on top of, so these are not detachable from the pot, if you can see. So I'm thinking it's going to have to get a repot, and I'm going to, maybe I should wait until I have the cuttings to add in because they're starting to root. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, what would you do? Yeah, and I do want to take more cuttings to make it a fuller pot. I am just so happy with this. I don't know if this will be too much light for the rattlesnake, but we'll just have to see. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and check out the video on screen right now. Next week, we're doing a project rehab series for the plants. I'm so excited.